138 pounds, Tony Elerson, Milwaukee South, 32-0. His opponent, Bob Walquist of Baldwin-Woodville, 29-2.
And you are looking at Bob Walquist, the Class B champion, 29-0-2 from Baldwin-Woodville, a senior, 17 years old. And there is Tony Elerson, the Class A champ, perfect record, 32-0. Elerson won the state championship last year at 132 pounds, and this year he is up at weight. There's a look at Walquist as he comes out.
He started coming back. Well, I just gave up.
I thought maybe you'd found someone else. If you had, I'd have understood.
No, it wasn't that. It was a very painful time, Steve. I really needed you. Bill was missing in action. I was really quite alone. I just didn't want to go.
This is his first tournament, and he has won the Class B title and won the wrestle-off. Very strong boy, and he's going against Elerson, of course, with the state tournament experience, the defending champion, outstanding record over 2 years.
Both these young men put together very well. They don't look like 138 pounds, as you mentioned earlier.
Well, I'm just dissatisfied we're a little distance away here, and we don't have one of them crunching on us. Both of them are very, very powerful wrestlers, and very, very quick wrestlers, both of them.
John Ader of Merrill is the referee for this bout at 138 pounds. Elerson decision, Scott Campbell of Cudahy 5-3, and John Hine of Muskego 15-6 to earn his berth tonight in the state championships. And Walquist beat Todd Hughesby of Sheboygan Falls 11-8, and Kurt Hansen of Deerfield 8-1 to arrive here in the state championship finals, and Hansen was the Class C champion. Elerson with the arm throw and gets in trouble.
He gets in trouble with it. Walquist with his strength has stopped him right there, and the referee gives 2 and now 1. So we have 2-1 for Walquist over Elerson. Of course, Elerson tried to throw, and he was countered by Walquist as he came in. Now he's gone to a more conventional single leg takedown. Walquist, of course, using a wizard count.
I'm sorry.
Successful with it.
Just the way a coach would teach that takedown. Grabbing the leg, going for the trip, driving forward, and putting him to the mat. And Elerson leads by a score of 3-2 with 25 seconds remaining in the first period.
One thing about these finals now, Walquist has stood and turned in and tied the score at 3 with 14 seconds to go. There's been a lot of scoring, a lot of action, especially in takedown and getaway or takedown. Maybe some of these people let them up, like you pointed out earlier, Marsh, rather than actually the fellow earned it. Rather not have some sort of a reversal situation that could put you in deep trouble.
What a surprise. He says he likes girls.
Oh. None of the other ones do, of course, I expect.
Well, he's been wrestling for only 3 years, which would lead me to believe that he has a lot of natural ability.
I would have to think so, because he certainly has done the job. Last year, state champion, and this year here he is going for it again. And of course, he's the Class A champion right now. Walquist moves out 4-3 as Elerson lets him to his feet. I'm sure we're going to see him attempt to get a throw. He's liked those over the 2 years. We had him on this broadcast a year ago, Marsh, and he was awfully strong then. And he's working in now with a tie-up, attempting to get a throw on Walquist. We'd like Walquist to start pushing a little bit.
1:22 remaining in the second period at 138 pounds. Bob Walquist, he is
in his first state tournament.
At the right of your screen, Chippewa Falls Invitational champ, conference regional sectional champ, and a B average student, and Elerson gets the takedown and goes ahead by a score of 5-4. Now, trying to turn in and moving into a switch now, although he can't get it. Bob Walquist trying to break that grasp. He can't clasp his hands when he's on his feet, and Elerson lets him go, and now we're tied at 5. Elerson, I think, is trying to do a little psych job on Walquist right now by letting him go, saying, hey, I'm a pretty good takedown guy, and I'm going to let you go because I'm going to get you again.
Right, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. We've seen this case, the headgears come loose. Now they're moving again, center of the mat, and we'll see with 39 seconds to go and the score tied at 5, which one of these wrestlers can get a takedown before the period ends. Elerson with an arm drag, got way out to the side on it, and Walquist was able to counter that one. Now Walquist dropping in. Only the danger of these kind of, especially like that drop in of Walquist, that he could possibly get his arm up somewhere where he could get a throw. He's moved in now for a double. And
as long as Elerson keeps that whizzer in there for the next 4 seconds, there will be no points. 2, 1, and that's it. No points.
End of the period.
Good counter move by Elerson
Excellent
because
wrestling.
Walquist had the leg and was moving for the takedown. He couldn't get his head out to the side, which is very important in getting the takedown. And Elerson countered with the whizzer, got it in, and that is the reason why there was no points awarded. We're tied at 5 heading into the 3rd period. Final 2 minutes of wrestling at 138 pounds. Mark Shapiro and Kirby Syme bringing you the action from the UW Fieldhouse in Madison, the 37th annual WIAA State Wrestling Championships. And we hope you're enjoying them.
It's Walquist's turn to ride on top now, and Elerson is coming back to his knees. He's been flat on the mat up till now, but we pointed out earlier the strength of these boys, and it is quite obvious, both of them, very, very powerful, especially in the shoulder area. Elerson has got a bar now, and Walquist is going right out. He's going to have to just go right out and attempt. Of course, you don't want to get too foolhardy and throw anything away right now, but I would say that having seen him wrestle previously, that he will go ahead. Now he's just taking that bar arm, and he's going to try to crank Elerson over. And there he goes. Of course, Elerson is converting that situation into an escape for himself.
Well, there is the fast action. Walquist getting a little greedy, trying to turn him that time. Got a little high. Elerson being a little more wary of what's going on, a little more experienced. Came out the other side, and he now leads it by a score of 6-5 with 50 seconds left in the match, and Bob Walquist is putting the pressure on himself. He's got to get the takedown here.
Well, it's a dandy match. Actually, putting it out beforehand, who would say with Walquist coming in for the first time in the tournament that he would go with a defending champion, and the referee is saying they're out of bounds.
Both wrestlers on their feet. The crowd didn't like the call. 32 seconds left, and Elerson leads at 6-5. Walquist is unbeaten in 31 matches. He has 29-0, and he has 2 ties on his record. Elerson 32-0, unbeaten, and the defending state champ. Not actually defending because he is up a weight. He won it last year at 132, and we're at 138. 15 seconds left in the 3rd and final period. Walquist has to get the takedown. He better shoot something quick. 10 seconds. He trails by 1, 6-5. Elerson goes and grabs a leg. Gets the takedown in 2, and that's it. Elerson will win the state championship. Tony Elerson, Milwaukee South, coached by Herb Cruz, has won another state championship, beating Bob Walquist by a score of 8-5. There you have it. The referee, John Adder of Merrill, holding up Tony Elerson's arm. And look at that. He gets some help, could be a brother or a friend, and he gets a little lift off the mat. There you have it. We'll be back with the 132-pound awards and the 145-pound matches right after these messages on your WIAA network station. Champion and the 3rd place finisher in the state championships. The Class B champion, Bob Walquist of Baldwin-Woodville, will rise up as the runner-up for the overall state championship. And the winner, the Class A champ, Tony Elerson, Milwaukee South, with a perfect 33-0 record, the 138-pound champ, and last year's 132-pound champ.